Welcome, Field Home Farm Sessions, December the 8th, 2025. Mystery is already on, you keen son of a gun. Episode 274. Just want to talk about the tournament. Shut that music. I just want to give an extra music plug for KJ when I did my live podcast the other day. I did not have music on her. She was very upset. And then, like an hour later, I got to see KJ and her man. I don't even know her man's name. That's how bad I am. KJ and her man. I just want to talk about the tournament. And hint, hint, my daughter won. Awesome. And KJ's daughter did not win. They had a shootout, which in a shootout can go either way. And sometimes it's better to have, what do you think, mister? Is it better to have a 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 2-on-2 until they score? Or is it better to have a shootout to get the game over with? I don't know. Maybe the NHL is a bit different because that's professional, but in a girls or a boys hockey tournament, I think when you have a 4-on-4 and a 3-on-3, 2-on-2, and see what happens. Shootouts suck. Why? Because your Leafs lost on Saturday night? I seen that. They lost to Montreal. Bonjour. Why did they lose? Because yes, we'll just leave it at that. So my daughter's team, we stayed in Milton. Wasn't ideal, but that's where we stayed, and we couldn't stay. I wanted to stay in Guelph. I could have got a room, and my daughter says no. She wanted to stay with the team, and I get it. They had swimming. They had a pizza party. There's one mother, Amanda. She's, yes, mystery. I'm pretty sure she's married, but she had all these games. She's a teacher, so she is very enthusiastic, much like a KJ. Very enthusiastic. KJ is on. Welcome. I was just talking about you, and I said I got to see you how many times this weekend? Two or three times, anyways. I was just talking to your daughter. Unfortunately, lost in the shootout, which really sucks, but at least they made it to the finals in the shootout. Now they got something to work for. But they beat Emmett Foster's daughter's team, which is good for you, KJ. It sucks for them. They were the host team, and it's good to it would have been good to see a Guelph team go on. I got to ask Emmett if Emmett comes on. I'm going to see if any of the host teams girls made the finals or won the championship. It's always good to have a home team win. We lost when we hosted the Shark Fest in Barrie a couple weeks ago. We lost in the finals with 49 seconds left. So, and I can't recall exactly if Barrie team won or not, but it's always good to have a host team. But needless to say, KJ watched a bit of our team and she left again, so she didn't get to see the championship. KJ. And what is your man's name? Text me on that. I don't even know your man's. I said before, I don't know your man's name. I'm sorry. Mr. Lambert. How does that sound? So yes, my daughter's team, I watched KJ's team unfortunately lose. And then it was kind of coincidental because she was playing on rank 1. We were playing on rank 2 right beside each other, or vice versa. And so KJ watched a little bit, and I don't know who that. Oh, Emmett, did you get booted off again, and now they gave you a new number? Because Emmett usually comes on. He's got a weird number there, but we'll get him eventually. So yes, my daughter's team had a nice swim party the night before, and everything else. And I'll give you the funny story in a minute, but I'll tell you the game first. But so they came out, they're playing the first period. The other team, we played Oakville, and I think Oakville stayed at home, which is an advantage in a tournament because when they're 13, they're running around, they're having a swim party, they're hyped up, they had games, they had pizza party in the hotel. They didn't go to bed, I would say, the earliest, but they're all energized out. And then the first period, they just played, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. The whole game, they played like shit, really bad. The other team scored, and we said, well, I was sitting with another guy. I don't want to talk about that guy for a minute, but we said, well, they deserve that because the other team was playing really good. But next thing you know, the one of our girls, Lappy, who's a 10-year-old that looks like she's about 5'9", massive, and she just takes a shot and it kind of bounces and the goalie lets it in, and which was unfortunate for them because we really shouldn't have had tie game at that point. And then we got to overtime. So anything can happen in overtime. Everybody knows that. And it was at the far end. We're standing up top. KJ, you know where I was standing. It's not the easiest to see. and the other goalie went down, and we took a shot, and I didn't really see what happened. Nobody saw what happened from the end, but the bench could see it go in, and we didn't see it go. Did that go in? So it says, "Holy crap!" And then it was kind of that delayed excitement because you didn't know whether it went in or not. But then we're like, "Holy crap! They won! They won!" So we cheered. So my daughter's team won the tournament. It was a 4-team tournament. It wasn't like the most competition in the world, but they still won. So it was a very good effort. They got a nice little medal. And Dirty Mike thought I should have bought a sweatshirt, and I said no. We bought a sweatshirt it's like a hoodie mystery. If you have girls in tournaments, I'm not sure the boys as much, but it definitely is a girl thing with these hoodies, and then they stamp whatever you want on it. So instead, Guelph Girls Hockey Tournament, GGHA. And then, so you can put whatever you want on it. I forget, my daughter got one from Shark Fest, and she put, I don't know, Girls Rule, whatever she put, Defense Rule, something like that. And this one she could have put Champion on. But for $68, $68, no. We'll just buy her one, and she got a nice reward, and she got a puck for one of the games. She was player of the game, which was awesome. She scored from the point, had a couple really good shots. So, Emmett, text me. Is that you? Or is that Annabelle? Is that Mike's dad? Here, hold on. I gotta get live broadcast. Hello, Mike.
Who is this?
You gotta turn your radio down because I got an echo.
Hang on. I'm listening to you on my work phone in my work truck. I'm calling you from my personal phone.
And you're gonna disagree with me thoroughly about buying a sweatshirt for your daughter, aren't you?
Well, that's why I called in. Because first off, I want to congratulate Ruby on winning the championship. Big deal. But I hope all your listeners understand this, that it's a big deal to buy these sweatshirts.
Memories.
And she won the championship. And she could have had a lifelong sweatshirt that champion.
What's wrong with the medal she has around her neck?
It goes well with the sweatshirt. It's like icing on a cake.
Yes. Well, how this next time? Holy echo, Mike.
Oh, sorry, I fixed it.
Mystery called me cheap. Settle down, Mystery. I am cost conscious.
He's not wrong.
Well, the hotel. Anyways, whatever. I didn't buy her one. She got lots of other things, so it's a fine. I got one for Shark Fest.
Was there a water slide at this hotel?
There was not.
Oh, I remember the Guelph Hotel. We went down the water slide together.
Well, as I said earlier in my podcast, and KJ stayed at the Delta, which doesn't have a water slide, but you can get a pass to the workout place next door that has a pool, but no water slide. But the Fairfield, I don't know, it was a big tournament, right, KJ? It was like U18s, U15s, U13s, every division. So there was tons of girls' teams there, and I'm assuming that most of the hotels were full. So that's why we got bumped to Milton. So.
All right, all good. But
What?
Call me after your show. I'm interrupting your
You need to buy some wood, don't you?
I do need to get some wood.
Oh, it's getting cold.
It is.
All right, thanks for calling in.
I love being a listener.
There you go. Mystery could do it too. Talk to you later, Dirty Mike. Dirty Mike is a very supportive dad, but likes to spend my money a lot, and I do not. So Ruby, my daughter's got Central York sweaters. She had another Silver Stick sweater that Dirty Mike and his wife bought for her, which was not accepted. And then, so she's got 2 Berry Shark shirts, and she's got a Shark Fest hoodie. So she has about 5 different hoodies. I'm pretty sure she'll be all right without 6. So there you go. What else? Geez, Mister, you lost my train of thought, but yeah, so it was a great tournament. It was a great time, and my daughter's like, when's our next tournament? When's the next tournament? So we do have a January 2nd tournament in Scarborough, and I think it's a Can-Am one, which they always have. Every weekend has a Can-Am tournament all the time, so it's not live show, Dirty Mike. My seed girl, who is coming in 20 minutes, which I'm not going to have I think I missed a call from you, Dirty Mike. I'm not going to... Gotta give her. So, anyways, I was gonna talk about seed people too, but I just wanted to get on my hockey stuff too. So, great time. They play on January 2nd tournament in Scarborough. My daughter's like, when's the next tournament? So they play in Scarborough, which we might stay over. I don't know. Also, we have we have one in February at Georgina, which will be another tournament. So they have a really good team. Like I said, I was getting back before Dirty Mike called in, which is always accepted. I love hearing live listeners, and Dirty Mike is always an inspiration to the show. How's that sound, Mystery? Thursday night, did you get your tickets for the San Jose Sharks? Because I'm going with my daughter. You can take my wife or KJ. Because my wife says, oh, I want to go. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't say anything more about that or defend that anymore. But getting back to the game, so yeah, the group, my daughter's team played like crap, and even the coach looked at me and says, "What a game!" And I'm like, "Oh, that was something." They came out on top. Realistically, they shouldn't have won, but luck came their way, and they had a couple good bounces, and they played good enough to win. So let's just put it this way: if they can play like that and win, I won't imagine what's going to happen when they do actually play good and win. So, or they do play good. So they got a really good team and really good coaches and it's an exciting year. I said to another guy, Big Roy, I said they had more wins in that tournament they had all last year in their hockey. So it was a great tournament. And we saw Emmett at the night. I told you that. We saw him at the Storm game. KJ at the Storm game. Did not see Mrs. Foster the next day. They're getting the float ready for your big Brockwood Parade of Lights on December the 11th, Thursday night. It will be cold. I gotta. Michelle, she's my regular. Please, she's gonna buy me a coffee, so I'm just gonna say regular. She tries to grease me up for buying seed, so she buys me a coffee. Lovely person, but I don't want to. I will get on my rant about buying seed, but KJ, you heard all that on Saturday or yesterday. But anyways, awesome weekend, awesome time. You always feel like crap. Came home yesterday, had to sleep. So getting on to my buying seed for your crops. I said to another. Maybe I said to KJ and KJ's husband, Plumber Scott's on. Plumber Scott, when are we going to get the pipe? We need that pipe there. The line in the barn is definitely not working. It is a bit chilly. It worked out. The water's still running, but it's definitely not working, that line, the heat cable. So we'll fix that. Minus 13 today. So hold on. You want live weather podcast? Minus 12. Feels like minus 15 in Bradford, Ontario. Next week it is supposed to be cold. My job for the next few days is to get this rink done. And yes, I bought a tarp. I'm going to get the rink in. I got to get a couple things, get it cleaned up, go to Home Depot, buy a couple things, lay down the tarp. And yes, it should have been down already and it probably would have froze, but you can't just snap your fingers and get it done. Like I said, all the chicken stuff, the plow stuff, hockey tournament, chicken board stuff, trying to fit all that into my schedule takes a long time. Oh, there you go. Mr. Scott, Plumber Scott, I have the heat lines in my truck. He'll be done this week. There you go. Awesome, Plumber Scott. It didn't freeze, just the one water bowl where the two steers are. And I called a guy to try to get my steers killed, because when you're talking to parents in the hotel room and they're like, oh, you got chickens and you got beef, do you ever sell a side of beef? And I said, I have in the past, but I have two ready to go. So I text the guy right there, and he said his guy is like right backed up, no room to kill. So I said, I don't know what's going to happen if I'm just going to sell them to Cookstown. Because like I said, I like to get rid of them, but I like my own meat as well. So Mr. Roy has all these ideas. Mystery says, come on, Roy, get the rink done. Mr. Roy doesn't help as much as he used to, so I do. Emmett Foster just entered the studio, so that must have been Emmett. You got the most hearts now. You're beating poor Mystery here. Mystery, did you just leave the studio? I don't see you on here anymore. Yeah, so Big Roy comes in. I get everything set up, everything done. He comes in, does the final touches on the rink. So it's up to me to get everything organized and everything done, and then he comes in and just does the trim. Let's put it that way. So like I said, yes, I should have it done. The kids want it done. They can always go running and skating. I said if we get rid of the Wi-Fi, they might skate a bit more. But that's that. So getting back to my seed person, lovely people. These seed peoples are lovely people, but at the same time, I just got paid for my corn like last week. Sold the corn from the harvest, and now this week she wants to come in and sell me seed for next year. So that's the beef I have. Is like you sell seed, you sell your corn, you sell your crop, and then next thing you know, they want you to come in. So you're not going to get paid for that crop for 11 months. So your money's tied up for seed for 11 months, and I get it. They have to sell the seed, but at the same time, I just think it's not right. She's gonna be pissed off when I think I have 100 acres of corn. I'm gonna buy about 70, maybe 60 acres, and then buy the rest in the spring. Just not lay out as much money. And I'll do that with beans also, right? Right, Emmett, that we were talking about that before. Emmett and I have our personal conversations, and we will talk about that before. Autumn L has to call me because KJ was very upset. I did not have my music the other day. And I said, well, I just did this new format on my phone, a live show, and I don't know how to work it. So I did not have my music. But today, it is time to go. KJ, that is all for you right there. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you later. All my live listeners. Oh,